Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Imperial College Sports Ground here in Harlington in West London, the home of the Sutton United Football Club first team training ground. Now, I've been very dilatory in hosting a small piece just to camera for everyone to get a little insight into what goes on here at the training ground. It is, after all, the first team squad's place of work, and it has been since the beginning of last season. We moved in as Queen's Park Rangers moved out to their new training ground further west in London in Heston, and of course before that this was Chelsea's training ground too, so a really premium first class facility here that our team are working at 4 days a week, or 3 days a week if there's a fixture on a Tuesday. And as Sutton podcast guy Mike Dowling says, time we had a little insight into what goes on here. What are the facilities? What does it look like? We know enough about what's going on at the ground, but not an awful lot about the training ground. So without further ado, let's have a little look around, and thank you, James, too, and everyone at Sutton United FC TV for taking the time out this morning to come along and do this piece to camera. It's really much appreciated. So just to set the scene, a little map of the facilities, if you like, here at the Imperial College grounds. As it says, we are here. We'll go into the pavilion and show you a little bit about what goes on in there, and the upstairs refectory area, changing rooms and showers, etc. downstairs. There's a 3G pitch, which we'll come and look at the moment. And then this is the main pitch, number 1. Our boys mostly are training on pitches 2 and 3, but they rotate if the weather demands on 4, 5 as well. But our relationship with the guys here is spot on, and we communicate on an ongoing basis with regards to the best pitch to use on a daily basis, and it's working really well. So let's go and have a little look. So as we come in through the main gate, nice big car park here for everyone to park on training days. Just before we go to the grass pitches and the pavilion and the facilities therein, first of all, on the right-hand side is a full-size 3G pitch, actually of exactly the same specification as the one that we had at the VBS prior to promotion. So on the odd occasion where inclement weather conditions dictate that we can't use the grass pitches, we do have the option also of using this excellent first-class 3G pitch for drills or for five-a-side matches, full-side drills, whatever is required when weather conditions dictate. So an excellent additional facility here at the training ground. So a short walk round to where it all happens. The building behind me. On the ground floor are obviously all the changing room, showers, baths, etc. And on the top floor, where we'll go in a moment, the restrooms, where the offices are, and also the refectory, the kitchen, and the breakout and lounge area. All beautifully Sutton United branding. We've brought a little bit of Sutton to West London. But before all that, we're going to go over to the gym to my right over here with the double door branded Forever Amber doors. We'll go through those in a second, and as we look behind, or in front of me and behind you, which James is going to pan around, you can see on the map pitch 1 here in front of us, and the team training on pitch 2 currently, and some activity also on pitch 3 there, and then the other pitches are on the right hand side. We'll come back to that in a moment, but let's go and have a little look in the gym while it's nice and quiet. Let's go and see what lies behind the amber doors and a beautiful, spacious, air-conditioned gym. So, James, how much nicer is it in here, eh? Oh, it's lovely. I could stay here for the afternoon. Apart from having to deal with the instruments of torture that'll be across the middle of the floor here when the boys come back in after training in a moment. This is a lovely, spacious, fresh area full of all the equipment that they need. Nice, fully stocked gym. We've got 3 or 4 of the players at the moment, including John Barden over there, in his full rehabilitation program at the moment. And as you can see, in addition to all the equipment around the place, we have a little bit of Sutton everywhere, some Sutton branding on the doors, on plaques on the wall. This office over here is where Sean Miles and his strength and conditioning team concoct their recipes for the weekend and make sure that people are fit and ready to go. And this is the gym where players will be in before training and after training. We may catch a little bit of that later. Let's go through to the bottom end to show you Ali's area, so where the physio and care section lies. So the other end of the gym, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ali's room. So as you can see, we've got, 6 beds here. Currently only one player lying on one of the beds, which is a good sign. That's excellent. This is where all the physio and prep prior to training and then obviously post-training takes place. And behind us, we'll have a little stroll into her office with all the diagrams of complicated parts of the body, more beds here, desks, etc., calendars, boards, cupboards full of all sorts of stuff. It's a really good space, this, and I know that since we've moved to Holland, this is one of the real plus points, the player care element of it, through the gymnasium and obviously the physio area and strength and conditioning rooms that have really been a huge benefit to the club. Okay, just before the players come in after the training session, let's have a little look inside to see what facilities we've got upstairs here at the Imperial College Sports Grounds, including the office space and where they have lunch and the rest area, lounge and, dare I say, games room. Let's go inside. So here we are upstairs, and as you can see in the main kitchen area, first of all, in the college grounds, and behind us you can see the preparation for lunch is ongoing behind us. Rob, our chef stroke nutritional expert, is busy putting together some good food for our players post-training by way of preparation ahead of tomorrow's game. Let's go through this kitchen area and into the dining room, lounge stroke games room area. At the moment it's empty, and then when the players come in, we'll see what it's like when it's full too, so you can get both sides of the story. So here we are inside the dining room, lounge, games room area, and as you can see, currently about to be set up for lunch as the players come in for training. Lots of Sutton United branding around the place. We are Amber, founded 1898. Magical moment at Wembley on the wall over there, and the proud club crest. But also, obviously, the television settees, sofas for players to rest after training, pool table, table tennis table over there, and a dartboard around the corner. I'm going to try and gather one or two of them for a little darts challenge after lunch. Let's see what it's like when it's full in a moment. Nice when it's empty though, isn't it? Whistle-stop tour of the internals here. We're going to just hopefully go out and have just a little look at the last couple of minutes of training, just so that you can see the outside as well. This space here, we've got the office, manager's office, where the plans are constructed for the weekend's game. So without further ado, let's have a little stroll outside. Let's get the hat on because it's hot out there. Bit of a further out here than I thought it was. That's warm, isn't it, James? You've got to say, you wouldn't want to be any of that lot over there, that's for sure. Here we are on pitch 2. You'll remember from the sign when we first came in. Training session just coming to a close behind me here. But as you can see, the quality here of the pitches is first class. The mood behind us is buoyant. Everyone's looking forward to the game at the weekend, and we'll catch them very shortly as they come off, going in afterwards to have a little rest and recuperation, bit of a stretch down, and then something to eat, and then, as I say, we'll try and get one or two of them on the dartboard or somewhere similar. But here we are. This is the training ground here, which we've had since the beginning of last year at Harlington here in West London, and certainly with a change of staff that we've had, playing staff in the last beginning of this season from last. The feedback that we've had from those players about the facilities that are at their disposal here at Harlington has been first class. So thanks for sticking with us all this length of time. If you're watching this from overseas, don't forget to join our Overseas Supporters Club free of charge, and let's get behind the U's, because we're all forever Amber.